Hello, this is Lucky Cat Tarot, and I'd like to welcome you to my table today. Here on my channel, I will do daily video updates on the Chinese astrological tarot, and what I do is this is a very special, powerful healing message for each of the signs, and today we're doing the dragon. And I pull from 3 separate decks, and also you get a fortune. This is what broke open today, so this is your fortune. And we also have a gem of each day that comes into play here. So to begin, I'd like to give you the stone and its message. Today we have rose quartz. Rose quartz carries a message of love and healing, and in this time when many of us all around the globe are facing such a crisis as we are, I think we need a lot more love and positivity in this world. And now for your fortune. Normally I'd eat the cookie, but it's been a long day. You actually have 2 fortunes today because my daughter had pulled out one as well. If you can shape it in your mind, you will find it in your life. Lucky numbers 16, 48, 45, 24, 64, and 10. Lots of 4s here. And for Chinese, you learn the word answer, haida. I'm not actually entirely sure how to pronounce that. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. The one my daughter had pulled. Start believing in dreams and others will catch the fever. Lucky numbers 55, 42, 31, 46, 8, and 2. And the word is star or zing. I think X-I-N-G. Alright, so to begin, I'm going to pull from this particular deck, which is my Oceanic Tarot deck. Tarot. It's been a long few days, I do apologize. This particular deck pulls from messages from the energies that surround this reading and try to give you the most positive outcome and life advice from the universe. Can I get some cards for the Year of the Dragon, please? These are quite lengthy pulls, as this is a very powerful reading I do. They can be lengthy pulls if they're pulled out right. I should clarify there because sometimes the universe holds back on messages. We start off with the 2 of Wands in reverse, which tells me you're not quite seeing clearly right now in your current position. But don't worry, you are a dragon. You are very mighty. You have to let the light shine through the darkness here. And there are many facets of light coming in and shining all at different vibrancies and states. different lights are coming through into your life. And if you follow that and point your powers towards this light, you can project that and you can bring it back into you and make a bigger impact in this world. You've got to clear your vision here, though. You cannot get stuck in this darkness. Even if it's a feeling that you get in your gut, sometimes you got to ignore that feeling, because a lot of that feeling is fear-based. You have the Page of Pentacles upright, and this is a beautiful card. This particular card speaks of opportunity. I find that you have to follow what's loyal to you and don't hold too close to money. Although if you have money, don't be afraid to be generous with it and point it like a golden beam. But it's nothing to hold too tightly to here. Follow loyalty. There's an aura of love and light around that, and it'll radiate onto you. You can throw away this advice as well, and you can just completely ignore it. There will be different shades of light coming in. This is a pretty light reading overall. I will say this deck, I love it. I work with it quite often. This was my first deck, and it's interesting. This opportunity involves movement. Maybe you felt some stagnation here, but I'm getting a lot of yellow from this. So maybe seek for some yellow and opportunities, and purple, happiness, and following your intuition here. This is a lot of intuitive work. Two of Swords in reverse. So you've been at a crossroads for a while. You've been hindered. You've been in some darkness. You feel like you can't swim, or you felt like you can't swim, but that's coming to an end here with this Two of Swords in reverse. You have a lot of power that you've held off. You have words that you can speak that are powerful. Make sure to come from a point of love and light in this situation. But it's okay to be angry. It's okay to have passion. It's okay to express yourself openly and freely here. You have this power, and it's time. Beautiful card. I haven't seen this card in so long. Oh, dragons, you are so lucky. We have the Lovers upright. Oh, that's beautiful. The Lovers, to me, have a lot of power here. Although, with some of these other cards that are laid out before me, it's some time that there's some reflection here. If you're a man, think of all the reasons why you really love her. And if you feel like she's not loving you back like you should, you need to take some time and look back on some things that have happened. Because love is an infinite force, but it has to be given to be received. And if she's not holding you tight enough and you don't see a reason to go forward, then don't put yourself through that. But really take a deep look inside yourself. And ladies, lady dragons, don't make your man an option here. If he's making you an option, oh yeah, dump him. But you're holding the world around you off, and if there are opportunities out that could make you happier, go for it. Although really, think about how it might feel to lose this person if they love you a lot. Is it worth it? If they really genuinely love you, then you look into yourself, what are you going to see? It's an equal attraction here with this Lovers card. We get the Judgment in reverse. You've held off on judgment, or other people around you have held off on judgment. I feel their energies have come in trying to crash at you at waves, and you've done this self-reflection, and you're coming out of a shell that you've been in. You have the wings to fly yourself out of the situation, and you, even in the midst of all these emotions, you swam like a fish in the sea of emotions. You kept moving forward. You have listened to the divine guidance, and you're coming out of this very negative situation, whatever it might have been here. There's light. There's light all around this situation. And another beautiful card. Usually when I see this card, I'm a little worried. I'm not in this whole overall energy. This is definitely a balance thing coming on, and we've got a lot of twos here. 2s, 3s, 8, 7, and we're getting up to the 10 of Cups, which is beautiful. But back up here, we've got the Tower, which is destruction. Something's coming to an end. Lots of emotions still. I'm seeing this boat that's enduring so much, and even through the wreckage, there will be something left to make something new here, whatever that may be. Or it's even possible that you could come out completely unscathed here, even with all this destruction. It's going to take some time, and we're going to have to see till the storm clears now what's left, because this is some choices being made. These are some opportunities being offered to you, dear dragon. The gods seem to be testing you right now. Nature, the forces of nature. Maybe you've been burned recently. People, emotions, feelings, storms. We've got the actual genuine pandemic in the world. It's like everything's blowing up right now, right? No, beloved dragon. It'll be okay. This is your choice, though. It's what you want to make of it. It can be okay, I should say. It's your choice. We have another beautiful card here, the 3 of Cups, which is the card of reunion. I see some soulmate energy here. I do. I see some light coming through in some dark places. See, with me, in this particular card, I'm getting a few different things. Normally, when I see this too, it's a reunion of self, community, and spirit, not just people, although it can be a people person thing too. But what I'm seeing in this is how beautifully shiny these cups are in this reunion, as this will be a glorious reunion if you can get out of the shadows and look into the light here. Ooh, wow. You have the Justice card in reverse. There's been a severe lack of balance in your life. I feel as though you've been tested. Either you as a woman have felt like things are unfair and balanced and you're ready to dip and you've got your sword and you're like, I'm tired of it. Or as a man, or even, genders and preferences don't really matter. But here, if you have a female figure in your life, you might feel, or even male, this could be male energy too. I'm just getting a lot of feminine energy here. There's very minuscule, it's pretty balanced actually. But I'm getting a very mature feminine aspect. So we do have, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, or maybe you may not know, but we all have that inside of us, the divine feminine and masculine. No matter what your orientation is, that's just how we are designed. Some people can ignore this side of themselves and become severely out of balance. So this could be it too, is just a lack of femininity. We've got to get this balance too. Somebody could seem very harsh of judgment and you could be terrified of this person, but there's love here. There's a lot of love, and there's a lot of opportunities here for love. The Justice card upright typically will be, you're getting some closure to a situation, but here, this is your time to choose here. I still get a lot more intuition here. And it's finding a balance between the two things. What is fair and unfair, and to drive your sword into something or to not. Everybody has two sides, though. Every story has two ins and outs. Now, if you're in a terrible, bad situation, please get out. There's no need to put yourself in through pain, no matter how much a person may say they love you or you may love this person. It's not worth putting yourself through the turmoil, get in a better situation, reevaluate, readjust your life. If that's not the case, though, and you need to do some personal work, life is working out and changing for you, that could be a completely different situation. That's why I'm going pretty in depth with how I'm describing these things, because there are many outcomes here I'm seeing, because I'm not doing the year of the wood dragon, I'm not doing the year of the fire dragon, I'm not doing the elemental dragons. I am solely doing the year of the dragon as a whole. So you all have very different energies and very different outcomes here. If anything is ever not hitting with you, feel free to hopefully find another reading, or even if you would like to drop it down in the comment below and say, hey, I like what you're saying, but you're not quite 100%. I can also come back and do the year of the wood dragon, the year of all of the elements, and I'm more than happy to do that. So please, if you would like that, feel free to drop that in the comments, because I'd like to best serve you here. We have the Three of Pentacles next, though, for those of you who are still watching, which is recognition. You're recognizing things, you are coming into alignment, the light is shining down on you and you're feeling it again. Another 3 energy here. We've got the Cups and the Pentacles. Pretty even balance here. Again, community, self, and spirit all need to be in balance here. We need to be close-knit to make this work. We need to go by the light, the love, whatever that may mean to you. The connection can all be a little different for everybody, but this is a very serious union you have on your hands. Very nice opportunities here. But next we have the Six of Swords energy, which is a lack of calm. Everything is really up in the air. We have the Tower, so there is a lot going on in your life right now. I'm getting, so I get 3 energies here. We have the Three of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and then we have the Six of Swords. Each of them, I'll show you, split by 3. We got to come into alignment here to get to this calm state of life. And you know what to do. Intuition. We have the Eight of Wands here, which is travel. Maybe you are traveling a lot more, or you should go out and travel. It could give you some stories, give you some ideas for what you're working for, help propel you forward. Now, do be safe, because with the virus, it is a little iffy. But at the same time, I'm personally on the vibe to believe it's a lot of hype. It is serious, it is. But I think there's something a lot deeper going on. And for those of you who understand, Seven of Swords upright is loss. Right now you're feeling very lost. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not going to tell you the future. I'm just telling you what your energies are right now. And you're feeling lost. You're feeling lost. You're feeling like nothing's quite going right for you right now. Nothing's in balance. Everything's out of whack. And you want to cry. You're feeling like everything that you've worked for is just not working like you want it to. The Knight of Wands in reverse. You're not doing anything, or this masculine energy isn't doing anything. They're not moving forward, or you're thinking they aren't. Like I've said, we have perceptions, so because you can see one way doesn't mean they're not moving forward. But I also see somebody is really interested in something else. Doesn't necessarily mean a third-party situation, might be for some here. But he's looking at something else, and there's not the activity. I'll show you. He's looking at this other seahorse, and there's a seahorse right behind, but the seahorse has pretty interesting markings. And I almost just see this Knight of Wands energy. Oh, interesting. It flipped when I put it back down. And even though I looked at it one way and I saw it as one, when I flipped it back over, instead of seeing him look so intently at the seahorse, he was looking at the beauty of the ocean around him. Just so happening to hold this seahorse in his hand. Interesting view of perception, eh? Finally, the most beautiful card of all, which is why I say dragon, you have so much going for you right now, is the Ten of Cups upright, which is completion, wish fulfillment, ultimatum, like beautiful outcome. Remember though, this is an opportunity to take. This isn't just going to come because you want it. But I've given you a glance into some of the universe's message for you today. And I hope, dear dragon, that you will stick around for my next bit of reading for you. This is quite a reading. And up next is Rooster. So this should be interesting. This is my White Sage Tarot. This is used for something a little different. This is not quite as light as my other deck. The other deck likes to give you the best outcome. This one hits the emotional home a little bit harder and isn't quite as soft on the feelings. Ah, jeez, lots of cards. Alright. She want to give me that many cards? That is a lot of cards. Gosh. Another card? Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh my. Alright. Let me reshuffle this real quick. I think I understand what the problem was there. Year of the Dragon. Year of the Dragon. At the bottom of the deck, it would have come out like this had I pulled it out the way that I wanted to. But you got the star. The star in reverse means you're feeling lost. The star in reverse means you feel like there's no hope. But the star is a guiding light, and there are opportunities being given to you right now. The top of the deck. I love this deck. You have the Queen of Cups. Look. She is so cute. She holds a cup of tea. It's pretty relaxing. She has matters of heart on the mind. But she wears it so well. And she's quite kind. So, Dragon Spirit, beautiful cards. Here, give them hope. Alright. Alright. More cup energy. This particular deck has more to do with chakras and aligning here, because this is a very sacred purpose. You're here today. You made it this far, Dragon. You have one more deck to go. After this one. We have Page of Pentacles here today to grace us with its presence. An elephant is mighty. An elephant is strong. An elephant may not always know its own strength, but just as equally as it can crush this flower in its hand, it holds it so well. Same with this pentacle, which is a sea star. Dollar star, yeah, sand dollar, there we go. That was that's pretty bad. So holding on to intuition here, and heart matters as well. Balancing the energy so well. But there's worry in this elephant's eyes, even though they smile. There's a very dull bit of solar chakra coming through here, so if you'd like to come into alignment here, working on your solar chakra, which is your truth and who you are, that will help you a little bit on this guidance here. There's a 6 of Swords in reverse, which tells me you're not dipping into your intuition. You have your swords up. You're ready to fight against this, or you have been. No longer. You've made it this far in the reading. I can tell you're pretty adamant to change here. So, tap into that intuitive nature. Come into alignment here. This is your third eye chakra. It's time to wake up. Are you ready? We have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You have given too much of yourself to one thing. You have many things, and the pieces of yourself are not breaking evenly. They're breaking very unevenly. You're breaking very unevenly. Come into alignment with grounding, where you're at, who you are, what you're doing. You've got this. You're done with this energy. You're throwing it out the door. Like, both of these 2 energies are in reverse. You're throwing them out. That's good. That's good. You've changed a lot. This Page of Cups. I love the Page of Cups. I do. Look how cute she is. With this little otter balancing this lotus flower on its head. It's coming into a balance here. The kind one, holding its cup a little tightly, but it's drinking solar plexus juice. I want to say banana onion juice because I've watched the Avatar, but it's filling its cup with this solar plexus light. Again, it's pretty dull, but it's coming in through a lot deeper than this first bit. See? Finally, we have the 6 of Wands in reverse, which means your power is, too many people are pulling out of your emotional well. They're just draining you. And you're done with that. You're done with that energy too. You're not going to let that continue, because if you do, I mean, you're just going to be so depleted, you're going to have nothing left to give. You're going to be broken like this. You probably won't even stay this whole. You're going to be crumbling apart in pieces. So, that's what the White Sage Tarot deck has to say for you today. Finally, I'm closing it off with a very special deck I've made. A little silly, made off school paper, but it's the best that I could do in this situation to give what I need to give. Oh my. Alright. Okay. We get 2 cards. These were actually never meant to maybe draw more than one, but that's what the universe wants to do. You have the candle, which is more intuition here. Light your intuition. Light it. It can be the most beautiful thing in the dark places. Tap into some communication here too. And then you have the incense. Clear your energy of negative spaces. Get some fresh air. Clear out the spiritual clutter. It's time. Relax. With the candle, by Confucius, we have, our greatest glory is not in never falling, but rising every time we fall. Oh, that is so dragon energy. I love it. Another one by Confucius. Interesting. Life is simple, but men insist on making it complicated. Yeah. We definitely do. Man insists on making it complicated. Mankind insists on making it complicated. But that's what I have for you today, Dragon. I hope wherever you're at on your journey, light shines through for you. Until next week, namaste.